chances are great with an ace or a deuce, but a 7 or an 8 might cook your goose on Kite Shark. And here's the host of Kite Shark, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Lois. I thank you very much. Nice to have you here, and welcome to Kite Shark. Thank you. Thank you for joining us at home. Thank you. We are coming towards the end of our Turnabout tournament, putting 8 of America's top MCs on the spot as contestants. It has been great. I hope you've been with us for the entire tournament. First, I want to thank for the opening poem, Mrs. W.H. Murphy of Delhi, Louisiana. And now we're going to open the board, and we are going to play a match. Go ahead, open it up, and Lois and Melinda will load in, and we'll meet Gene Rayburn and Jack Clark. Hello there. Good to see you guys.
Good to be back.
There we go.
You know, if for anybody who hasn't been with us for the tournament, it started with 8. It got very exciting down to the wire. You two were not in the finals, but you did not miss by very much.
We're not in the finals?
No. Stay here, play them. But you both made. Gene Rayburn over 8,000 for his charity, and Jack Clark over 5 for his, doing very well. I want to give you one more crack to make some money. What is the charity you're playing for, Gene?
World Population Control, Planned Parenthood.
And we talked about it. You feel very strongly about it.
Yes, indeed. It's the problems of the world, you know, famine, war, all of those problems are caused by overpopulation.
Yeah, it's good you feel strongly about your charity.
Oversimplification, but it's basically it.
And Jack Clark, you are playing for whom, sir?
For a thing that concerns all of us. I don't know what gets into people, but we have to struggle against it. I'm playing for the National Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse.
Yeah.
Very good.
Don't have to say much more about that. You both got the cards?
Yep.
Here we go.
Good.
We're going to play the best 2 out of 3, and we'll start with a question to Gene. Gene, when women's liberation was getting started in the 60s, some feminists burned their bra as a protest. Remember about that?
I burned mine.
Of course. And you look well without one. So we asked 100 feminists who belong to the National Organization for Women, did you ever actually burn your bra? How many feminists did burn their bra?
Where are you, Gloria Steinem, when I need you? Gloria Steinem is, well, never mind. I would say, how many
actually did it?
10.
10 out of 100 avowed feminists actually burned the bra, Jack.
You are so rotten. No, you see, I think very few actually did.
Oh, his number puts you on the spot.
It's got me locked out on the bottom, if you'll forgive the expression. The bra question.
Well, just bounce into something, Jack.
Yeah, well, it's not my cup of tea, Jim.
Your cup do not overfloweth either.
Why don't you be right about something or right about something?
Yeah, it's a double yarmulke with chin straps. Well, what we will do is we will go higher. Have to go higher.
Higher. You thought it a little too low with that 10.
Yeah.
The actual number of feminists who did burn their bra is 4. It's exactly right. It's the higher. Gene is right. Well, Gene Rayburn, who knows something about the subject, starts with a 6.
I don't want that card.
You win the question, you can change it. And it's
I don't want that card.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh. All right, we'll go higher.
Higher than a 7. No 4's your fault. And Jack gets a free
shut up of your mouth.
And a 9.
And I got to stick with that.
And you must.
Yeah. I have to go with the odds this early and go lower. Yeah.
Lower than a 9.
All right.
Higher than a 2. Queen.
Oh, lower.
Lower than a queen. Oh, no. King is not lower. Back to the base card goes Jack. Looked like he was on a roll there for a moment.
So too.
Lois will fill in the spaces in her own inimitable style. And the question goes to you, Jack.
She fills in some pretty good spaces.
Jack, we asked 100 married men.
Married men.
Married men.
Right.
If you, listen to this, married men. If you and your wife kept a parrot in your bedroom, and one day the parrot started saying, I love you, Big Al, I love you, Big Al, and your name wasn't Al, would you be suspicious? How many married men would be a little suspicious?
In addition to looking up the nearest recipe for parrot stew, I would say, what a dumb question. I've got this picture of parrot in the cockamamie bedroom. Well, anyhow, You emotional goose, you. I'm going to say probably 64.
64 out of 100 said, yeah, they'd be suspicious.
Well, I would say it would have to be a higher figure than that. I mean, if you come home and the parent had called you George all of a sudden calling you Al, it'd have to be higher.
Figure Al's been around for a while, so you
Sure.
say higher.
Come out of the closet, Al.
Yeah, that
Now
wasn't his
Alice,
problem. The actual number of married men who would be suspicious if their parents started saying, I love you, Big Al, is 69. You've got a seat. It is higher. And I want to thank you, Mike, for laughing at that line. Gene, you've got a 7.
I don't want that guy.
Now you can change it. A good change with a
Got a way to
queen.
go, Lois.
Playing it lower. No, a king is not lower.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on just a second. I never said anything. The audience said lower, and you changed the card.
I heard a still small voice that sounded like it came from Cape Cod saying lower. Did you not?
Well, I'll go along with you, but I never really
All right.
said anything.
Did he say lower? I must check that.
Let me.
He did say lower.
Oh, all right.
Oh, I believed you, Firm. You almost talked me into something, Rayburn. Jack, you've got a 9.
Gene Rayburn's, he would never have said higher, for heaven's sakes. I mean, I know that.
Yes.
Going.
Would you say something after the
Lower.
9? Lower than a 9. An 8.
Good.
Freeze. And now Jack takes a one-card advantage. We'll fill in the spaces. You almost had me believe in you, Gene. Gene, next year, a Russian-made car may be sold in this country. That's a fact. So we asked 100 Americans, if the price were right, would you consider buying a Russian-made car? How many Americans would buy a Russian car?
Is this a recent poll?
This is a recent poll.
Yeah, well, American populace in general is not too thrilled with the Russian government at this point, so I would say it would be a low figure, probably about, I don't know, if the price were right. We're all squeezed by the dollar shrinking, so I would say about 36.
36 out of 100 would buy the Russian car. It's a tough question.
I can't imagine it. No, lower.
Lower than that?
Yeah.
Very difficult question.
Tough question.
You go between the Russians on the one side and the Price is Right on the other, 36 and lower. And the actual number of people who would buy a Russian car is 12. Jack is right. It is lower. Price or no price, they would not buy it. Jack, you've got an 8.
You know, I don't want that,
I
Jim.
cannot imagine why with that middle card. Changing it to a 7.
Now you're
Still not too good.
now you're talking. Higher.
Higher than a 7. No, a 3. Gene, this time you've got a free chance. Still looking at a good card, the Queen.
I'm going to go lower with the Queen.
Gene?
Lower.
He
L-O-W-E-R.
did say, thank you very much.
I'll
He
say it
did
twice
say
to make up
lower.
for the last
Okay. Is it lower? No, it's not. Now tell me you didn't say lower. We're filling the spaces.
We finish for this.
We will have sudden death coming up where someone's going to have a long way to go. We've already got a long way. We'll be right back right after this.
Very exciting.
That's right, baby.
Let's play.
Would you stay over here and stop bothering Lois over there? Is Mr. Rayburn bothering you over there, Lois? All the time, yes.
Good.
His
That's
record
nice.
is intact, I see. All right. Looking at the board, Gene, good base card, a queen, still hasn't been able to move off it. He needs 4 cards. Jack needs only 3, but not too good a base card, a 7. Someone's going to have a long way to go because this is sudden death.
Yeah.
Jack, we asked 100 actors and actresses. Have you ever had to be nice to someone you really did not like just to get a job? How many actors and actresses have had to be nice to someone they did not like just to get a job?
Is there a connotation to the word nice that I don't hear?
One could read whatever one wants into it. The wording is nice.
If nice means what it should mean to most people, I would say maybe 88.
88 out of 100. And it's how they took the word nice. What do you think, Gene?
Remember, it's Hollywood. Well, he really gave a good guess. I think it's going to be very close to the figure that Jack gave. I don't see how it could be much higher. I'll say lower. 'Cause
Lower.
It could be 87 or 86. I think he gave a very good guess.
All right, this will decide control and sudden death. The actual number of actors who've had to be nice to someone they did not like just to get a job is 53. It's
53.
lower. You got it, Gene.
All right.
Now, sudden death, Gene.
I
You
know
could
it.
play it for 4 cards
Yeah.
or force Jack to play it for 3 cards. You have control. What are you going to do, play or pass?
I'm going to pass. Let him blow it. Why should I blow it all the time?
Jack, you need them all, and you start with a 7, and you cannot change it, so go ahead and call him.
Giving human being, he is, yes. Higher.
Higher, he says. It is not higher, it's the same. And Gene wins it in sudden death. Game 1, Gene Rayburn. Lois will clear the board.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it looked like whoever got control kind of had that one.
Yeah.
And Lois will deal out the same 2 cards, the same 2 decks with the next cards off the top of the deck. Start game 2 with a question to Gene. Gene, we asked 100 married women. When your husband is in a romantic mood, look how quiet it got.
Yes.
100 married women.
Yeah.
When your husband is in a romantic mood, but you're not, does saying no make you feel guilty? How many women said, yeah, saying no does make them feel guilty?
Quite a few. If Freud had never come along, they'd never feel guilty. But Freud entered our lives, and now we're all guilty. Well, let's see. I would say 67.
67 out of 100 say they feel guilty when they say no, Jack.
You know, it's an
You
interesting...
get the feeling he needs help with this
Yes,
question?
I do need help with this. It's interesting because you have to first accept the idea that the wife would say no in the first. So I think the poor ladies succumb perhaps against their other desire or lack of desire.
I think we're back to the word nice again, right? You say
yeah.
lower.
Lower, yeah.
Joyce Brothers, since your name Joyce Brothers, is that it?
The actual number of women who said saying no to their husband makes them feel guilty is 53. You're right, Jack. It is lower. Now then, Jack leads this game and starts with a 4.
Good try.
I'm going to play that higher.
Higher.
If I were playing poker, I'd be cleaning up.
That's right, because you have been plagued with doubles. And
What
Gene
have
with
we
a
got?
free chance at a 4 as well.
Higher!
Higher than a 4. A 2. Well, you both wound up with a good base card. Well, now we know why you're playing in the consolation, you two.
Incredible.
Jack.
Now, that was a cheap shot, Jim. I resent. You're right, of course, but...
Jack, we found 100 men who have been divorced 3 or more times. And we asked them, honestly, I love this. Men who have been divorced 3 or more times, and we asked them, honestly now, are you a difficult person to live with? How many men who were divorced at least 3 times admitted they are difficult to live with?
Well, I don't mean to offend all those fellows who are divorced 3 or more times, but they are probably wacko enough not to realize that they're impossible to live with, you know? So I'm going to kind of back off a little on this and say like around 61.
61 out of 100 with some interesting logic. He says only 61 out of 100 would admit that.
I'm going to go Hyler.
Hyler. you think they begin to know thyself
Yes.
a little more after a
Right.
while. The actual number of divorced men who admitted they are difficult to live with is 47. No, it's not higher. Jack is right. They're not going to admit it. Nicely solved by Jack, and he's got a 4.
Well, we have seen enough 4s. Higher.
Higher. Yes and I.
Look at there, my cooking. I'm going to try and go lower because we've got to do something about it.
0-8. Back to the base card goes Jack for once. And
Wait a minute,
Gene
I'm
with a
slipping
4.
again. My name is slipping again. The star is falling. Oh, dear me.
You've been rejected by the board.
Oh, there we go. All
I
right.
think they're trying to get... Lois, what are you doing
Do you
today?
travel with Johnny Olson to move these things back for you or something? You've got a 4, Gene.
Well, I've blown it all over. Nothing can happen. I've got to go higher. That's the
Is
logic.
it higher? Yes, a 6.
All right, perfect. All right, let's go higher.
He's going to risk it. A jack.
Jack. Lower.
Lower than a jack. A 5.
Higher.
Trying to go all the way. No. Back to the base card we go. And I don't want to touch these cards anymore. We'll be right back right after this, and they'll go away. Jack Clark and Gene Rayburn really tensing up during that break. I thought the two of them were going to fall asleep. Well, here we go.
Here we are.
Gene has game one. We're looking at the board. Both Gene and Jack have a great base card of 4. We have been looking at them for quite some time. We're picking up question 3.
Have you been paying attention, Jim? That's not a great base. Look what it's done to it.
We are going to a question to you, Gene. Gene, we asked 100 single women. When a man buys you expensive gifts, does it make you more willing? How many single women said expensive gifts do make them more willing?
Yes. How many, huh? Oh, I don't know. 130? I'd say quite a few. I would say, perfume and roses and wine and all that. That goes a long way to getting to third base or all the way home. I'd say 78.
78 out of 100 say, yeah, that makes them more willing, Jack. Higher or lower?
Operative word is more willing than less
That is the
willing.
wording, yes.
Doesn't mean home at all.
That's right.
It means some simple heavy breathing, for all we know. I'm going to go higher.
Higher, even more.
Even more.
Oh, I thought you might go the other way. Let's find out.
I heard
the
he goes
actual
the
number of single women who said expensive gifts make them more willing is 27. No, it's not higher.
27.
They make their own decisions. You were both wrong in your logic on that. But Gene winds up on top with a 4.
Well, for the umpteenth time with that rotten 4 of clubs, I'm going to go higher.
He's going to play it higher. And he's right with the king.
I got to go lower.
Lower than a king. An 8.
8. Freeze.
Now, Gene needs 2 cards. Jack needs 4. Sudden death, someone has to win this game on this play of the cards.
Oh, yeah?
Jack, we asked 100 women who are engaged to be married. Does your engagement ring have a diamond? How many engaged women said their engagement ring does have a diamond?
Well, now I have to figure out how many don't have an engagement ring, because that's sort of passé.
Does your engagement ring have a diamond? I would
so they have to
assume
have
it means
one.
they have an engagement ring, yes.
I'd say a lot. A diamond of some kind, I would think. I'm going to go 68.
68 out of 100. The ring has a diamond.
If you have an engagement ring, does it have a diamond? I'd say it would be higher than that.
Higher than that?
I'm assuming all 100 women have engagement rings.
That's right. Yes.
All right.
That is an assumption. Good. That's a strong assumption, yes, and our producer agrees with that. The actual number of engaged women who said their engagement ring has a diamond is 89. You're right, Gene. It is higher. Gene, you've got control right now. You have an 8, not a very good card.
Change
You
that
could change it
card.
and play it. However,
Well, however.
it is sudden death.
How
You
it is
could
sudden death?
also pass it if you'd like.
Oh, naturally, I'm going to pass again.
Jack was waiting for
I mean,
that.
he blew it for me last time. He's going to
Jack
be
was not too crazy about my explaining the full rule to you, because he's now got it.
That's
You've
right.
got to get them all, Jack, or it's
You
all
and
over.
your big mouth, Harry.
Here we go.
Higher.
Go ahead,
He
Ollie.
needs them all. He's got one of them
Oh,
with a 10.
there's a wonderful card.
Lower.
Lower. He's got 2 of them with an 8.
Higher.
With that middle card, the big call. It is higher than 10. 1 to go. Lower to tie it up or give the match to Gene. Is it lower? Yay! Jack turns the ball over and ties it up. Tiebreaker coming at you right after this. Running out of time, we quickly set up for the tiebreaker with 3 cards, 3 questions. We start the tiebreaker with Gene. Gene, now it's a fact that the Teamsters Union has stated that if prostitution is legalized, it would be willing to help prostitutes organize their own union. So we asked 100 people, if prostitution becomes legal, should prostitutes be allowed to unionize? How many people said prostitutes should be allowed to unionize?
27.
27 out of 100. Higher or lower, Jack?
Higher.
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 I wonder if they go on strike, do they get off the streets? 27 and higher. The actual number of people who said prostitutes should be allowed to unionize is 58. Jack's got it. It is higher. And Jack starts off the tiebreaker with a 3.
Higher.
5.
Higher.
First crack at the money.
All right.
Jack Clark wins it with time running out. Gene Rayburn, $8,475 for Planned Parenthood. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Jack Clark, we'll be right back with him in a moment. Right after this. I'll see you.
Today.
Well, the cards finally went right for Jack.
Yeah, you remember the first time Gene just torpedoed me, ran the cards twice. Well,
This time you got him. And Jack, with $5,375 at the top of tomorrow's show, will try to add to his total for the National Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse. And then right after that, it'll be Bill Cullen with over $19,000 and Alex Trebek with over $10,000. They will then go for the championship. They'll add more money, and someone is going to win another $25,000 for their favorite charity. And that'll be tomorrow on Card Sharks. So join us for that, won't you? No one's going to lose with all that money going to charity. Thanks for joining us. We have some nice people in the audience. We're going to show them as we show you how you can come down and join us on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
Some members of the studio audience will receive a Tinderbox pipe, tobacco, and gift shop's gift certificate for items of your choice from the selection represented in their mail order catalog, furnished by the Tinderbox. A tray of Lipton egg noodles and sauce, a 7-minute one-pot side dish, fits perfectly with everything, comes in 4 tempting flavors from Lipton. From Mr. Coffee, a gift pack featuring America's #1 coffee maker and genuine Mr. Coffee accessories, extra decanter, Mr. Coffee filters. Cooking and cleanup are quick and easy with Sunbeam's multi-cooker electric fry pan, porcelain exterior, Silverstone interior, Silverstone spells durability. Electric scissors to wear, Playtex living gloves every day for any household chore to protect your beautiful hands. They help make your hands look like they never do housework. Playtex. Servette, Pledge furniture polish. Give your furniture a clean, clear, more beautiful shine. Pledge brings out the beauty every time you dust. Serving tray and Corning Plant Helpers, they're designed to help your house plants grow bigger and healthier than in clay or plastic pots. Plant Helpers by Corning. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.